lost so much out of last year's team that won the KWC tournament, hosted the regional last year, and maybe a lesson at USI hoping to host a regional, but Wesleyan was beaten in the first round.
Yeah, got a little bit of a shock there, and that just tells you how competitive this region really is that you can be the top seed, you can host the regional, and you can still get beat on your home floor.
Anthony Young knocks down both free throws. 10-9, Eagles up by 1 over their rivals from Owensboro. Kevin Gant trying to do a little pick and roll to Mohamed Tumba. It's knocked away. Coming back is Owsley to Young. Pull up 3. It's off. Tumba clears. Came back in off of that free throw attempt. This is Gant.
Nice job by the Eagles there, getting back on defense and stopping that fast break and able to secure the rebound. Good backdoor cut by Gant there.
Backdoor cut, yep. Tumba with the pass and a quick timeout by Todd Lee. So this is a 30-second break. We'll keep it here. We have 13:03 to go. USI fans across the way in a corner of it. Actually, a lot of red here all the way on the end and in different spots here at the Sports Center.
Yeah, great environment. You know, one of the things that I think Coach Watson prides himself on is those big players do such a good job of distributing that ball. You know, you get Tumba out there, they run that set, those guards are able to utilize those backdoor cuts, and he's got confidence in his bigs to get that ball underneath, and you saw the result. A nice, easy layup for Gant, and the Eagles extend their lead to 12-9.
They've tried it before, and so that play, you know, pretty simple, and it speaks to what USI is being able to do. Tumba, the big guy who does so much work inside, is able to come out and make the nice pass. Gant going to stay in the game with his, was staying in the game with 2 fouls, but he is brought out, and Eduardo Galena, 6'4" freshman out of Brazil, is in. This is McFarland. Now to Stewart. Marcellus missed the shot. Rebound to Tumba. They're going to call a foul on Tumba.
No. I thought the foul was going to be called on Jared there, if anything, but it sure looked like Muhammad had the rebound and position.
I have no idea what that official was calling on that point, but that is the second on Tumba. Rodney Watson is one of the best I've seen in terms of working officials, but doesn't have much to say. He's going to wait for that ref to come over and talk to him at a time later in the game.
You know, it's the depth of the Eagles that you have to.
Yep. Now it's time here with Stewart getting free for the layup, and it's 12-11 USI, but Gant,
Tumba both with 2
fouls.
Tumba
both with 2 fouls. We'll see the depth here as Isaac McClure has it. Up in Indianapolis, it was not a problem with this guy Galena having a big game, along with Wishmeyer.
They're going to be tested here, no question.
Hogg off balance, couldn't get it to go. Stewart with the rebound, and outlets to McFarland. He's off to the races. Has Remmel to beat. Down the lane, he lays it in.
McFarland's done a nice job in transition, getting down the floor, and has taken advantage of some lackluster defense there by the Eagles, and he has scored a couple of those layups now on the fast break.
13-12, and now the Eagles going to go in a bit of a weave. Remmel driving and missing. McClure with the rebound, and we'll wait here. That's Stewart with the foul. Not the same official. We do have a timeout on the floor.
And the rebounding advantage, and like we said earlier, their depth is really going to be tested here. You know, Kentucky Wesleyan doesn't play a lot of guys. They're going to look to steal minutes.
McClure, yeah. McClure was open, but then had to go back and hits a fadeaway shot. Woo! That was tough.
He's the one bench guy that they haven't been able to get on track, and maybe this indicates a sign that he's going to be able to provide some offensive support tonight.
Well, on track, I mean, he does so many other things, including play this post defense against Young, and they are in a huge battle. Cardell McFarland getting into Travis Owsley. This is Marcellus Stewart, backed by Nick Duncan, who is back in, and he missed the layup. Shot blocked by Duncan.
Great
covered by
defense
McClure. Here is Remmel to McClure. Down the lane, he blew it. And the rebound comes down to Young. Gets it ahead to McFarland. Hogg will watch him. That's going to be a good matchup. Oh, that should be a travel, but they're going to call a second foul on Hogg. Whew.
3 USI starters now with 2 fouls. Brandon, Kevin, and Toomba here with 3,
and
with 2 apiece.
There's Rodney Watson. If you look at the lower portion of the screen, he is getting the word to the officials, not showing him up, but you can tell he's got to be upset. Pick Russell, Jeff Smith, Kevin Driver are officials, and it's Pick who's getting the little going through by Rodney Watson. McFarland knocks down the first free throw. We're tied at 14.
McFarland doing a nice job on the offensive side.
Well, Hogg's going to come out, and Gant is going to come in. And so, you see now, we might see Jared Remmel run a lot of the point because Gant with his 2 personal fouls.
You know, the one thing that Coach Watson, I think, instills in these players with those 2 fouls is to really work not to pick up that 3rd foul. And I think he's got trust in the guys like Kevin and Momo to be in there and do a good job defensively, but to really avoid picking up those extra fouls.
Trotter had the pass knocked away by Tyler McManaman. And it'll be inbounded by USI. Here is Gant to Remmel. Looking, finds McClure inside, and he will score. Do they count the basket? No! Oh. It said it was on the floor, and here comes Eduardo Galena. Randall Parmalee is on the sidelines tonight for us here in the News 25 Sports Channel. What do you got for us, Randall?
Hey, stuck my head in with Rodney Watson during the last timeout, and the one thing he stressed to his team, transition defense. He said that Kentucky Wesleyan was just getting too many easy baskets on the break. He told his guys to get back, set up, and cut off the lanes.
Well, Stewart's going to be called for that foul, and he comes out. Thanks, Randall.
Even in the most conservative of continuations, that sure looked like it was a bucket to me.
Yeah, that was a tough call. Whistle's not going USI's way in the early going. Gant misses the shot. Young clears. Here comes McFarland. There's that transition defense they were talking about, and they didn't listen to the coach there because McFarland just walked right in for the hoop.
Continues to burn the Eagles, getting down first on the break.
Here is Trotter. Jump pass to Gant. Wide open 3 from the corner. In and out. Eagles can't buy a hoop down there, but there's McClure underneath. He has it knocked away from behind, and no. Oh, yeah, now there's a foul. Yep.
With emphasis there by the referee. Yeah. Clearly trying to articulate it was on the arm there, and Isaac's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Isaac's been active on the glass tonight and has looked really good, and he gets a chance to put in a couple free throws.
Cardell McFarland having a big game already for Kentucky Wesleyan with 8 points, and Isaac McClure at the line hits the first free throw. Here comes Nick Evans for Nick Duncan and Eduardo Galena for Gant. So I'm looking now at the USI lineup. Remmel will work the point, and Galena is going to be playing the 2 guard.
1 starter on the floor right now for the Eagles, and you know, Wesleyan doesn't have that depth. They've been competitive here early, but in their recent losses where they've really struggled is at the end of games, and it'll be interesting to see how they hold up against this solid rotation by the Eagles.
Yeah, I was wondering defensively, it looks like Trotter's going to pick up McFarland, and Quan Walker is fouled by Jared Remmel. Well, it's going to be a 1-and-1. There have been it's already the 8th team foul. We just passed the midway point of this first half.
Yeah, a lot of touch fouls on this side, and it seems to me that it takes a mugging here on the other side to get a foul. But, you know, things balance out, and it's early in the game, but the Eagles right now dealing with some significant foul
trouble,
issues.
so they'll have to work through it. Yep. Nick Evans just checked into the game and got that rebound off the missed 1-and-1. Panthers up by a point. Galena handing it to Trotter. Eagles in this weave. Galena got away with a walk. Here's Trotter inside to Evans for the easy deuce.
Nice recognition there by CJ, and Nick used his body and his position there to put in that layup, but a great pass by CJ to get that ball into the lane.
All right, this is Cardell McFarland against Trotter. Spins along the baseline, leaves it back out. Quan Waller. Eagles are back up by 1. Back and forth first half, kind of what we expected. Waller down low, intended for Williams. Ball loose on the floor. There's Evans going to the ground to get it. It's going to be off Williams, and USI will get it.
Great hustle there by Nick Evans to earn that out-of-bounds play there. Going to the floor and being aggressive and doing the dirty work there. Nick gets a bucket and some good minutes here now for Nick.
Well, he was slowed by an injury, had that broken bone in his hand, kept him out for 3 weeks, and part of the 3 weeks was the game against Kentucky Wesleyan. Galena and gets it to Trotter. Trotter's going to drive, tried to feed it to Evans. It's tipped out of bounds by the Panthers.
Fans wanted to walk there, and certainly a quick turn by CJ, but thought he brought the ball down first.
I think it's Galena who may have been gotten away with a walk or two.
That's how fast he is.
Last 2 possessions. Yeah. Here's Remmel off the feed from Evans, buries the 3. Jared Remmel, what a consistent contributor he's been second half of the season. McFarland walking right in, and no, that's Waller, correction. Juan Waller. 21-19, USI up 2. Galena head fake, spins, jumps it to Trotter, open from 15. CJ's just off tonight. Here's McFarland racing it the other way. Now Williams, pull up 3, no good. Rebound loose on the floor, and it is, wow, McFarland flying over the bench. It'll be USI ball. I think he was going to try to call a timeout. That's great hustle. There you see Derek Tillman, former Kentucky Wesleyan player, and Cardell.
5 or 6 rows deep there.
Yes, that was.
The USI bench cleared a path for him there, too. I thought that was good sportsmanship.
I was just going to mention that. You know, there are some places and some teams where you might get, a little hip check or a little shoulder bump on the way up. But USI showing them right there that, it's okay. Remmel will try it again. This time it's off. Rebound by Young. Sloppy type of first half. Waller on the pull-up 3. That's an air ball. Both teams really struggling.
Coach Watson's going to slow them down. He's going to give some instruction to Remmel. They're going to get the set that they want here and try to get the shot that they want before this media timeout.
Again, going with the weave with Galena, Trotter, and Remmel trying to get that dribble drive. And that time that's a walk. Yep. Well, Eduardo pushed his luck one too many times that time.
He was moving a little too fast for himself.
7:39 to go. We've got a timeout. First half, USI up by 2. This is USI Basketball on the News 25 Sports Channel.